What's up, guys? I'm Caleb Giddings with Taurus USA, here with the new Taurus GX2. This is a 9mm striker-fired semi-automatic pistol with a 13+1 capacity. Today, we're going to go over how to disassemble this gun for cleaning and maintenance. Now, the first step in disassembly of any firearm is to clear it out. So we're going to follow a very simple procedure called safety, ammo, chamber, safety. Step 1, since the GX2 has a manual safety, I'm going to go ahead and engage that manual safety while I go through these steps. Next step, I'm going to remove any ammunition feeding devices that may be in the gun. Ammunition feeding device, of course, is smart guy talk for magazine. Once that's down, I'm going to go ahead and check the chamber. Now, we have engaged the manual safety, which blocks the slide from going fully to the rear on the GX2. However, if you just want to do a chamber check, you can, and I can see that the chamber is empty. But if I want to properly, fully inspect that chamber for a round, I'm going to knock the safety off, pull that all the way to the rear, look inside for a round. Safety, ammo, chamber, and then the last thing I'll do is re-engage the safety, and now the gun has been fully cleared out. There's no way, once I've gone through this process, that I could get a live round into this chamber, because I would have to reinsert a magazine, take the safety off, rack the slide, do all of those steps. So now that that's done, we're going to talk about how to field strip this pistol, and luckily, this thing field strips very easily. Now that the gun's fully cleared out, we're going to go ahead and start the disassembly process. If the striker is prepped, which it is in this case, you're going to want to go ahead and dry fire the pistol in a safe direction to do this. Take the safety off, make sure you have the gun pointed in a safe direction, and dry fire it. Then, what you're going to do is you're going to rotate the takedown lever down and forward, and you'll see the slide will pop off the gun just a little bit. It's still retained, so now that it's fully out of battery, we'll just press the trigger again in a safe direction and remove the slide and barrel from the pistol. We can set the frame and receiver aside for cleaning and worry about those later. To complete the disassembly, we simply remove the guide rod and recoil spring and take the barrel out and set those aside. That's it. The gun has now been fully disassembled. Again, you do need to press the trigger during the disassembly, which means when you're doing this, it's imperative that you follow that clearing procedure that we laid out at the start of the video. Safety on, ammo out, check the chamber again, put the safety back on. Then and only then, dry fire it in a safe direction to begin the disassembly process. Now, let's go through reassembly. Pick up my slide, drop in my barrel, take my recoil spring and guide rod assembly, push those in, and that's done. And then just like pretty much every other semi-automatic pistol that we make, we line up the rails, and you'll notice that when I run the slide to the rear, the takedown lever will pop right back up. And that's it. The gun's been reassembled. Now what I would do is I would go ahead and do a function check of this gun to make sure all of its critical functions are working. Step 1 in a function check, we're going to go ahead and engage the manual safety. And I'm going to try to press the trigger. Nothing should happen. Nothing happens. That's good. Then I'm going to go ahead and disengage the manual safety. I'm going to press and hold the trigger to the rear and cycle the slide once. I'm then going to release the trigger all the way to make sure it resets, and I'm going to press it again. I'm then going to let go and cycle it again, and then I'm going to attempt to press the trigger without pressing the trigger safety. You'll notice that it has a hinged trigger safety, just like the GX4. I shouldn't be able to complete a trigger press unless I'm actually pressing the hinged safety as well. When I press on the sides, nothing happens. Last but not least, I'm going to check to make sure that the slide locks to the rear on an empty magazine. I'll take an empty mag, insert it into the mag well, rip the slide to the rear. It locks to the rear. I'll then eject that empty mag to make sure that the slide doesn't jump the slide stop. It doesn't. And that's it. That is a disassembly, reassembly, and function check on the new Taurus GX2.